All right, he's been blasting hits out of your stereo for 30 plus years, and he joins me now. Stephen Page, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very well. This is a really cool event that you are going to be part of November 11th, 12th, and 13th. It happens at Koerner Hall, and it's the Uncovered, the 19th anniversary of Uncovered. How did you get involved with this event?
Well, so this is run by Musical Stage Company, and I'm a big fan of the stuff that they've done, around the city with musical theater stuff. I'm a big musical theater nerd, but to actually get to work with them was a great opportunity. I knew about this Uncovered series that they've been doing over the years. So the idea is they take an artist, so in the past they've done Fleetwood Mac or the Eagles or whatever else. This year it's Madonna and Cher.
Awesome.
And they dig into their back catalog, and then they do kind of almost musical theater style reinterpretations of all their classics with a huge cast of amazing artists. And then they crammed me in there too for some reason.
Very, very cool. So are you a massive Cher Madonna fan to begin with? Who's not really, right?
Exactly. Who's not? Cher, I've been in love with her since I was 5 years old, probably. And I think she can kind of do no wrong. Even her worst stuff, she sells it in a way that makes it amazing. And then you got Madonna, who, she was so ubiquitous when I was coming up in the 80s and the 90s. But she was always kind of amazingly challenging and an incredible catalog of stuff. I'm a big fan.
And so when we actually get there and we're sitting in the theater and we're enjoying this, is it like there's a Cher half and a Madonna half? Are we weaving the songs through an entire story? How does it all lay out?
So it's less story and more like there's a band on stage, and then individual singers will come out, and then there's also some I get to sing backups and stuff. I was like, put me to work, guys. Make me sing backups. I want to do this. So it's been great that way. And they weave together some text, mostly people talking about their own thoughts about Madonna or Cher, what inspired them, what they think is really special about those artists, and then they move into singing these songs. So yeah, it's all kind of combined. And the interesting thing too is Madonna, most of her big hits she's at least co-written, and Cher was always covering other songs. So It was about her kind of curation of stuff more than about her as a writer. And in the past, I think these concerts have kind of, they've embraced artists who are performers as well as writers. So it's a bit of a challenge looking at it from this perspective.
Yeah, so that's a whole other thing, on top of just performing the songs, but sort of embodying the essence of these incredible, rock and roll divas or pop divas, right?
And also, rather than it being kind of like a karaoke version of the stuff, you're going to hear these kind of musical theaterized versions of the songs, which allows each of the performers on stage to bring some of themselves into it as well.
Amazing. Yeah. And so Divine Brown's there as well. Nathan Carroll, yourself, we could list, we'd be here all day if we're listening to all the people involved. But it must have just been cool to sort of collaborate and work with people that maybe in a day job in regular sort of life you wouldn't have jumped on stage with.
Exactly. That's kind of the really exciting thing for me, and what made me want to do the show is I get to work with people who are, in this case, a lot of them are from the musical theater world, or you have people like, Jackie Richardson, who's been, on stage and screen and recordings, whatever else, one of the great Toronto performers. You get to be able to work with some of those kinds of people. It's the closest thing I can think of in my experiences. I worked for years with a group called the Art of Time Ensemble, who do classical reinterpretations of pop music. And that's always that taught me so much about music and about being a musician that this was kind of a no-brainer to be able to work with these kinds of people. If they ask me, whatever you want me to do, I'm here to learn.
That's just so cool. It must be awesome too for the people behind it, like Kevin Wong and stuff, to have people that are so excited about being it, even with such name recognition like yourself.
Well, sure. And Kevin, who is the music director of this, and he's the one who's doing all these new arrangements of these songs. It's a real treat to be able to work with him and kind of see how his mind works as well.
That's so cool. You can check it out November 11th, 12th, and 13th. The Koerner Theater musicalstagecompany.com has got your tickets. Everything is available right there. Stephen Page, we can't wait to see it. Madonna and Cher coming to life with you. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Thanks for having me on.